bad news. Unfortunately, Fax did survive Hurricane Helene, so we are still stuck with him. Do you have a roof over your head? Are you on the streets? How bad was it?
No, it definitely took a toll, but we got the power and water back. And I was actually going to ask, that was my first question to you. It was interesting because all of a sudden the Menors Minifan Network started pushing out content, and it took a natural disaster to take me out in order for you to start pushing out more content. What's that
Okay.
like?
Honestly, you say some stupid things, but that might be the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I mean, I think the coincidence was Kirk was off for 2 weeks, which is why I did a few extra shows. I mean, I was gently praying that you wouldn't. I was gently praying that you would survive, but either be, unable to talk again, or your house be torn out of its roots, and therefore you can't stream for a while. But we didn't
I'd
get
just
it.
do it from the car. I'd be all right. I personally
Everyone
think.
just everyone's yes. I'm eating Vegemite toast. Yes, Don, shut up. It's
Oh,
10:30 in the morning here. It's breakfast. But the thing is, there's no ketchup on it, so you can all stop freaking out. The thing is, facts. How does it feel? We've turned on this show, and the first most of the comments are, I just cannot stand facts.
I feel important. I feel like it's important to the show of this new era of Mike and the Minifans, you know?
Mm.
All of
What's that?
these.
Yeah, go
Well,
on.
I'm just saying, if I'm not on the screen where a bunch of insecure mid 30-year-olds can yell at me and feel bad, I feel like it's not the new era of Mike and the Minifans, and I'm glad to oblige. So I'm fine with it. Makes me feel
All right.
good.
We know. Is there anyone joining us, or is it just us?
No, it's just us. This is what
Oh
I planned
wow,
for. That's why I asked you. I said
fantastic.
this is going to be you and me.
Yeah,
So
terrific.
yeah, we
I,
got a
I
lot
was just
going.
thinking. I was just
Let's go
thinking
ahead.
about. I was just thinking about the other day.
Okay.
Like I think you have led a very, very conservative, sheltered life. I'm thinking like, what's the craziest thing you've ever done? Like had breakfast at 11 a.m. or something?
It's like second craziest. Yeah, it's up there though. Why
Like,
why do you, why are
well,
you so interested in every aspect of my life though? I'm curious about that.
I'll just answer the question because I'm just trying to get to know you and unlock the potential in facts. I think you've been sheltered, you've been hidden.
I mean, I would say I'm definitely reserved, but that's just because of like being in the military. There are certain things, if are said and are on public knowledge, I get in actual trouble for.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. So then what about like, your experiences before the military? Like, what, was it church group on a Sunday? Was it, like I'm painting a picture of it, you know, because yeah, tell me.
I mean, yeah, growing up, that was it for a while. I didn't really start doing anything differently until I was like 16, 17. But yeah, it was a very boring, basic life. Grew up in a huge family. Went to church, did all the basic stuff, just played
Yeah.
sports. I don't know. It was like
Mm,
very suburban American in a
yeah.
way.
So I guess like meeting of the minds and meeting all these people has been a real eye opener for you. Like when you see a guy like Jay, when you see a guy like Jake, like you would never have met a person like that before, would you?
Oh, I absolutely would have. Just
You
in
would
my
have.
adult life, yeah. Before in the army, I was a construction worker in Florida. So if you don't know about Florida, it's like where everybody who is anybody, it's like this melting pot of everybody from everywhere, all in
Mm,
one area. Especially getting into construction too. You know, you have heroin addicts, you got dudes who just got out of prison looking for a job. It's just like you work with them, joke with
mm.
them, having a good time with them, and then so people like Jay, I've seen before. I know they usually. I'm surprised that Jay is still, around and kicking. Sometimes I'm surprised that he's like consistently on the show every single week. That's
Mm.
really what like my biggest shock is because knowing guys like him, I've seen it where just sometimes they're just gone for a good month or two, and then they just pop out of nowhere, and you're like, holy shit, I thought you were dead.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean,
Have you
this
ever
is that.
gone out? Have you ever gone out for like a few days? Where you start on a Friday and you get home on a Sunday night or a Monday morning.
Yeah, yeah, quite a few times
Okay,
up in going to
there we go.
Chicago,
There we go.
going to Orlando, things like that. I go with my buddies when I was younger, but I started a family so young, so I got boring real quick too.
How old were you when you met your wife?
When I met my wife,
Yeah,
teen,
church group.
no, no,
Did you say 15 at school?
teen, 18,
18. Great.
18.
Well, look. it was that was a little get to know you facts segment to start Mike and the Minifans. I think we need to embrace Timothy Facts. All the haters in the chat. You come and host next Friday night. There's the challenge. Like no one else will do it. We are stuck with Facts. I've embraced him, and I have
Truly.
standards. I
Yeah.
have standards, but I've embraced him. So anyway, let's get on to the show stuff. Okay, firstly, I really, and I'm just going to host because we've seen you host before. I'm it doesn't say you can't have some input, but I was considering clipping all the surviving spoilers from today's episode and
Oh my
sending them
God.
to Dave Portnoy to see what reaction we got. And it's not like I want to get Kirk in trouble, but I do. I want to cause trouble. Like,
I mean, that's a good way to stir the pot because yeah, he didn't necessarily outwardly say anything, but he alluded to so much where it was so easy to put at least some pieces together. Like
there was,
you saw the first thing because obviously there is something within Rico and Big Cat. Something happened with them, and then Kirk is fine with Clemmer. So Clemmer obviously didn't branch out and become this crazy person, or he just didn't make it far, like I predicted he wasn't going to. Like my prediction is Clemmer's going to be out like second, third episode, but something happened with the bigger boys up there, and then he's obviously fine with the Bussin' Boys and Wit and Biz, but I don't think he just did much with them in the show. But yeah, he definitely alluded to quite a bit.
one thing about Big Cat. I don't understand. Was it Kirk blocked Big Cat or was it the other way? I think Kirk blocked Big Cat, didn't he? And that's why they were saying Big Cat doesn't follow him anymore.
Yeah, that's why it looks like he doesn't follow him.
And I don't like to criticize Kirk Seamus Minahan, but that's fucking stupid. Like, what you have to do is you have to film Barstool. Sorry, you have to film Surviving and pretend it didn't happen. And then when the episodes are airing and the week that Big Cat fucks you over, that's when Kirk needs, I'm having a shocker today. I'll get the words out. That's where Kirk needs to block Big Cat then. Like, you just need to pretend it didn't happen because even now we've got a spoiler that something happens between Kirk and Big Cat. Like, there's a few spoilers already out there.
Yeah, but there's like two sides to that too at the same time because although it might be somewhat of a spoiler, is it also like kind of promotion as well too? Like everyone's going to be kind of waiting what happened between these two kind of titans of Barstool to the point where Big Cat was this huge Minifan before and now all of a sudden he's blocked and he's not even like Kirk doesn't even want to associate. So people are going to really want to see what happens and how it unfolds.
Yeah, I just think that I would like to compile the audio from today's show. No, look, if someone wants to do it for me, I will distribute it. Definitely. But I'm not sure I have the willingness to go through today's show again and pick out all the spoilers. But I think if you sent that to Jeff and Portnoy, they would fucking hit the roof.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think Jeff, like, here's something Don said too. Can confirm Jeff is not happy with Kirk. I don't know if that's obviously actually confirmed, but given Kirk's attitude about Jeff too, yes, something bigger must have happened either after today's show or before because he said the same thing about Jeff. He said that he also blocked Jeff. I don't know if you saw him allude to that as well.
Really?
So yeah, he said that. I think it was very like quick and in passing, but he's like, oh yeah, you can't see that if you block somebody. Said about Big Cat, and then he mentioned it later that Jeff, oh yeah, good guy, blocked him, but good guy.
I mean, the thing is, Kirk is the worst person to keep a secret. Like, I think he's trustworthy, but in this situation, like, he just couldn't help himself. Second line, Clemmer's gone early. Could be a fake. Maybe Clemmer wins the whole thing. But still, if I'm Portnoy, I hear that line, I am fucking hitting the roof.
Yeah, I mean, there's no chance. There's no chance that Clemmer's winning the whole thing. I can tell you that right now. Even with Whitney yesterday on the Unnamed show, he was saying like, "Oh my God, Clemmer is so fucking annoying." It's literally exactly what happened with Nate last year. Nate was just annoying the shit out of everybody, and then he was gone by like episode 4 because not even for any reason. He didn't even do anything. they were just kind of like, all right, we're all set with him now, right? And then they just kicked him to the curb.
But
I kind of got
wouldn't
a
he?
feeling that same thing's going to happen.
But wouldn't know. See, I disagree because I think Clemmer would have had to have been there for a while to be that annoying. You know, if he's out on the first or second day, he's probably gone before he can really annoy people. Anyway, I really want to get to the bottom of this. Did Kirk spoil too much and is Jeff upset? So I think, you know, this to me reeks of Don the Jeweler. Put a couple of clips together, tag me in it, we'll retweet it. We'll see if we can get some action going. Don likes to cause trouble. Maybe we can team up on this one. You know, put a few of the spoilers together, the stock up, stock down, a few jokes, send it out, see if we can cause trouble. And breaking news, Andy Mayo has reached out to me. He wants to be part of the Unnamed Show recap show or the Surviving Barstool recap show. I hadn't planned on watching Surviving Barstool, but if I'm doing a recap show, I might have to.
If you do a Surviving Barstool recap show, I would do that too. That's the whole reason I'm here. So I like that stuff.
Excellent. Well, honestly.
Hey, here he is, ladies and gentlemen. The
We're having a great chat.
My CEO.
Hey.
Anyway, while we're talking and Jeff D'Lo and stuff, I just wanted to pick up on a point that Kirk made, that they've delayed airing the next season of The Dozen. And I have consistently said, and people thought I was just trolling Jeff, but I have sources. You know, The Dozen was on the slide at the end of last season. Engagement, ratings, quality of the show, everything was on the slide. And I think that's why they've delayed this season. They're looking at revamping it with the Kirk Brandon show. So, you know, if I'm Jeff D'Lo, I am, I guess he's got Surviving, which will keep him at the company, but The Dozen, Lights, Camera, Barstool failed. The Dozen, sinkingship.com, and then now Surviving Barstool. Kirk's easily going to spoil it by the time it goes to air, no doubt.
We're not going to know. We're going to know everything before
that Survivor, and Dozens Trivia is a monster that makes money. So I don't know what you're talking about. Lights, Camera, Barstool. I am ashamed of what happened to it. I love that show.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. And one thing I've said this before, but I listen to lots of great movie podcasts that seem to have sponsors and do really well. So Jeff saying that a movie podcast can't be successful is just farcical. It's just his wasn't successful.
Yeah. Yep. I definitely agree with that one too. But I've never watched an episode that doesn't. The trivia thing is not something that interests me personally. So if it succeeds, great. If it fails, I mean, sure. Like to me, that's kind of indifferent. But hold on, shut up.
That's the sort of thing you need to just
shut up.
Edit out of your repertoire.
Shut up. What I am interested in is the Kirk and Brandon versus these people who think that they can beat them at trivia, because I know for sure, even though not watching The Dozen, I know that Brandon and Kirk have always been the big guys of it. They're the powerhouses of The Dozen. So I think this is actually going to be pretty interesting to see Kirk and Brandon, not only because of their back and forth that they have or have had with each other for so many times. Like I just recently watched Brandon's first call-in when he called into Kirk's show for the first time. I think it was back in 2020. And it was funny to hear them go back and forth. And then Kirk had his slights about against Brandon in the Dozen final. So I'm actually really excited to see those two with each other. And I think it could make for some pretty good content. So I'll be tuning in.
If you
maybe Kirk could save Jeff's show for him.
Maybe. If you play Kirk and Brandon against each other and you're competing against them, I bet that's an easy way to victory. But that's going to be tough to beat those two in trivia. I feel like they both match each other's niches pretty well, where they're opposites.
Yep. Okay, next topic. So I don't think Dave Cullinane and Justin and Kirk got the memo, but one thing that I think has been clear in the 2 weeks the main show has been off is the Minifans have moved on from Mutt. I don't think. Do we need Mutt in next Tuesday? I mean,
no.
Thank you, Fax.
We're done. Like that just keeps making my blood boil every time I see even the tweets about the Mohegan Sun. It's like he literally buried himself in front of hundreds of thousands of people, and then Kirk said he's buried himself, and then now he's buried himself. It's just like it was 3 steps, and then we're done. So Mutt, I mean, he did it all himself, and then everyone's like, let's continue to give this guy a platform. No, like Kirk said, Dave already forgot about him. It's over. You're gonna have your show. The only reason that the show is getting views is because it gets tweeted out by the Kirk Minahan Show account. So, and then because of Pat Ford's weird rivalry he thinks exists with Aton. It's not a thing anymore. I don't want to see him in on Tuesday. Like maybe down the line again, but just not as long as this show's going on. I'm all set for that.
I'd like to step in for my friend Pat here and say he's not weird, and he's attractive. Just saying.
Hey, weird doesn't equal bad. You know, I like Pat too.
No, weird is good.
The rivalry's
I have the same philosophy. Weird is good. Mutt show just being a big failure. I said this weeks ago. The longer he makes this sit and wait, the less valuable he becomes. It's happening in real time. If Kirk doesn't pay attention to it, every day he loses maybe $10,000.
Well, do you think from what Kirk said, Portnoy is out on Mutt now? Like, do you think if Mutt comes begging for a job at the end of this season, he's going to give him one? I'm not sure. Maybe it's not out off the table because Portnoy didn't rule it out. He said, "Oh, maybe at the end of this, I'll give him a job."
He needs buzz. He would need another buzz. What kind of buzz can happen? We don't know. That's the future. But it's like you would need another buzz to get Portnoy back on his case.
A lot of people Don the jeweler. Mutt is the only worthy third chair. Mikey grab bags. Mutt is the best non-Mike third chair. That's just complete horse shit. Montante is fucking good in there, better than Mutt.
Yeah.
Polar, when he's in town, is better than Mutt. I mean, we can go on. There's like more people that are better than Mutt.
Ted Sellers.
Ted Sellers is great.
Absolutely.
But I will
Dylan
say though,
Birdman.
I do like Mutt
John.
as the third chair. I actually do think Mutt is a good third chair. My problem is the fucking Mohegan Sun stuff. Ever since this started happening, it's just all that it's about. And I liked Mutt before the show started. Yeah, I don't care about Shanders. I don't care about the fucking bomber. I just like it when Mutt and Kirk sit there and have this big brother, little brother spats at each other. Like that's what's entertaining to me. And then Mutt just goes on about his stupid
what's entertaining about it.
ice machine, vending machine.
I like that too, though. I like the big brother, little brother thing about it.
Yeah, but it's too much. Like I don't think we need him in as much as we're getting him. And I think as well, you know, Cullinane and Justin need to do better at just sort of taking the temperature of the zeitgeist. You know, what's going on in the Minifan world? What's bubbling away? Who's hot? Who's not? Who could do with the break? Who's not? You know, Cullinane's, you know, so self-obsessed. Justin's always working on his next bit. They could do better at just paying attention to what's, you know, what the mutterings of the Minifans are.
They tried this week. But they just didn't like succeed.
Are you saying yes?
Producer show,
like in people who need to come into the show? Or are you saying in the content they're putting out?
Just everything. Like they just should be paying more attention to.
That's fair. I mean, Montante and Justin had a double sleepover this weekend. What more can you fucking ask for? A double day sleepover. I don't even think me and my boys, like it growing up, I don't think I've ever had a double day sleepover in my life. That's crazy.
Now in the chat, Kirk's just saying, I hate to say it, but Mutt's a better third chair than Cinema, Gus, P4, Johnny Warren. I would agree with that. I'm happy to say that. So if they're the alternatives, I would say bring Mutt in. But even
I like when Pat and John are there together, though.
Yeah, they're okay. They're okay.
That's a fact. GV will be studied in the future. Thank you.
Here we go. You want to get Jake to call it again, you loser?
Stop for a second and just say, today's show is great. I'm so happy the show's back. It felt great. I loved the show today. I did. I'm sorry. Call me. Listen, the people who didn't like today's show, you're the same people who wipe your ass too much and chap it. Fuck yourself. Get out of my face.
So I just want to back up before we get to that. I said they didn't listen to the zeitgeist, but I asked Greg Polar on Minifandom, who would you like to see more of as the third chair? And he said Dylan the Birdman, which is a wild choice. I don't think Dylan the Birdman particularly needs a lot more exposure. And then all of a sudden, Dylan the Birdman is in next week. So as always, I'm continue to produce this show from 10,000 miles away.
I did notice that because I was listening to Minifandom today at the end of the day too, because I was catching up. So
enjoy it.
I noticed all of a sudden, I was like, wow, okay. There you go. Menners, I guess, has some influence I didn't know about. So that's that one thing I'll give you credit for.
You did a good job making sure there was content this weekend. Good job, Menners.
Did you enjoy Polar?
I didn't watch any. I don't watch your fucking network, dude.
You will, though. You will.
It's a fucking moral issue. No.
You've
I love
been
Polar.
swinging in
Polar behind the
Pittsburgh.
scenes wants me to be producer. Don't let other people tell you any different. I know for a fact. Me and him are best friends, and me and Amy might date in the future.
Oh,
Did you enjoy
wow.
it?
All right.
Facts?
Yeah, like I enjoyed it. There's a couple of moments where, I mean, Greg was just like he didn't give you everything. I felt like he could have given you a little bit more. That's really what it was, because
What are you talking about?
So what I'm saying is essentially you were asking him questions that clearly required more of an answer, and then you called it out during the show. You said, "Oh, that's very diplomatic, very diplomatic." And when you have someone on the show, what makes it so good is when they're willing to play ball all the way. And he was like 75% in. So I wanted to hear a little bit more from Greg, but it was.
Is that an actual question you
That
asked?
wasn't an actual question. It wasn't an actual question. Stop giggling like a little bitch.
Dude,
On the jeweler, Mena's name dropping was
Hollywood,
pathetic.
Mike?
Don't be so jealous. All right. So
Yeah.
what else? What else? Oh, Mick versus Justin continues today. What did you think of that?
I love Mick versus Justin. I don't like to see either of my friends, Mick or Justin, upset, but seeing my friends battle each other and getting upset over that is one of my favorite things to ever do. So I love that.
I'm kind of with Team Justin on this, because Justin's job is to be a little bit of a shit stirrer. Mikey, I forgot that Amy and Will were married. That's all.
That's tough. You forgot.
Well, that's easy. I'm not one of those guys that spends my whole time following which celebrities marry each
I just
other.
love Amy Poehler. I'm a big Amy Poehler fan.
Well, Greg hates her, so that's
Really?
No. Can't stand her. You go,
Really?
go back and watch the fucking interview, and you'll see.
I told you I didn't. People don't believe me, but
Okay. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I'm with Justin on this one. His job is to be a bit of a shit stirrer. Mick should know that, so he shouldn't take it so personally when Justin tries to
see the internet saved
just
it.
okay, Mick, here we go. What?
Your internet cut out,
Did I
but
drop out?
it does. The problem, your problem here is you're not thinking like Mick. Mick takes everything personally, and that's why he's the best.
Oh yeah, every slight is the biggest thing in the
Every
world.
slight is a slight at hand. Like you have to deal with personally, not privately, publicly. But that's the way I like Mick. I like Mick in the weeds. I like Mick out of his mind. I don't like him dying of Crohn's, though. That's one thing I don't like.
No, but
Yeah,
I'm
those
just
definitely
saying.
different.
I'm just
Go
saying. I
ahead.
think he's a little bit off with this one. Like I think Justin bringing up that tweet and trying to cause a bit of trouble.
Maybe.
All Mick's done is just amplify it now.
That's his job. Also, I don't need Mick quote tweeting his own tweets 4 different times. That's crazy. That's insane. That's insane. And by the 4th one, he's just talking about how much interaction the tweets are getting. It's just like, what are you doing? You're crazy. I love Mick though. I'm a Mick guy. Through and
Yeah,
through.
I mean that's what makes him great, is because he's insane. I just want the podcast. I just want the episode to drop.
Yeah.
That's what I really want right now. I'm just waiting for that, because that's what's really
Send
going to
him the
stir the
link.
pot more. Okay.
Send him the link. That's a good idea.
Yeah,
He has no home right now, I don't think, but
in the chat before, maybe he's just.
all right, I got you.
Would he be at his parents? What do you guys think of Kirk's hot take that this is the most irrelevant year of the Patriots in 25 years?
Most relevant year of the Patriot? Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. They're a dumpster fire. I mean, they have no talent. I fell into your trap, but I'll talk about it. Like, Jacoby Brissett's horrible. Drake May should be playing. That was a horrible take by Kirk. Simple as that.
Did you hear
So
me?
I-
I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, John. I listened back to the show today, and it's great to have them back. So, firstly, as I said for the 2 weeks while they were off, with Cullinane at the moment, we're just getting mid. Like, that was a good, solid show. It wasn't like memorable. There was nothing in it that'll ever be talked about or thought about ever again. Maybe the Clemmer biography. That's maybe the only thing.
I thought the Castiglione I thought that whole thing was funny, and I didn't know who any of those people were. Like, I thought that was a good clip to find, and it was funny. Like I thought
Well, that was funny. Absolutely. That guy crying, Will Fleming. I'm a baseball guy, so I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So I thought, like, it was a fine show. And this to me is classic. This is Cullinane era 2.0. Sorry, 3.0. This is just nice, light topics. Kirk mildly engaged. And this is what I think the sort of like if you set your expectations there, I think you won't be disappointed.
Yeah.
Kirk 2.0, is that branded? I like that. I like that.
No, Cullinane 3.0.
Oh, Cullinane 3.0. Yeah, but no, Cullinane still I wouldn't consider fully back in the show. Like I still don't think he's fully I think he's still preoccupied. Like I do. And I don't know if that sounds cunty or jealous. I don't mean it to be. I just don't think he's fully back in. But maybe he's the one getting all these clips, and I don't know. So,
No, I think it kind of like reared its head this week during the producer shows. It was just like he kept talking about stuff like how Menners was saying how they need to be more engaged with the Miniverse and all the Minifans and all those shows. Like you could see him trying, but it was almost extremely obvious that there wasn't actual effort to it.
Yeah.
Like he didn't. He just like was said, "Oh, this is happening. Great, moving on." And then he just talked about some him and Justin thing.
Flick through Twitter for a few minutes and just go shoot off a few sentences.
I don't know if that was ever Dave. Well, yeah, back in the day, that was Dave's best quality. He was completely in tune with the Minifans, but then he was the producer for 2 years, and then he grew to hate the Minifans because everyone probably does and should be after being a producer.
No, that's rewriting history, John. Within about a week of being given the producer job, he turned his back on you guys.
That's so true.
He literally blocked you all, changed his phone number, said, "Jay, I never want to hear from you again." I mean.
Forgot her.
Everyone wants to just be so not like sugarcoat all this stuff. Like, just call it what it is. Like, I think Cullinane's a good producer, but he is a self-obsessed wanker.
Great comment. I'm gonna star that one.
Has always forgot where he came from.
But I mean, one of the topics that he brought up for today's show, like the Cullen thing, he brought that up. That's like almost 2 weeks old at this point. That was one of the biggest examples that kind of flashed a light for me of what you were talking about, Menners, where he mails it in so quick. Because the whole Cullen and like Steve Robinson stealing thing, like I didn't care about that anymore. It had like the 2-3 days on Twitter, and then we talked about it on shows. But
that's why I didn't understand the producers shows when they were like, "Well, we don't want to talk about this. Let's save it for the show." It's like you have to think in that situation, you're the show. There is no show going on. So what are you saving it for? Next week? Because then it's going to be dumb. So it's like, why were they? I didn't know like when Justin came on with you, Menners, last week, all of his answers were great, other than his answers of, well, we were saving it for the show. It's like, I don't like that theory at all. Like, what? Talk about the news when it happens.
Yeah, and as Kirk said, they can talk about it and then they can still play some audio for Kirk to react to. Like
exactly. Do they think if they talk about it, like they're gonna say everything that needs to be said, and Kirk's gonna add nothing to it? Is that what they're trying to imply?
Story, by talking about it, maybe they talk about it and say something fucking dumb. Now this is going to be played on the next show. So now you're actually making a reason for it to be played a week later. So it's like I just didn't understand that. It's like I never thought these guys thought that way. Like save it for the show. I hate save it for the show. It's like let's fucking do it now or no.
Well, especially if they're doing a live show every single day. Like you said, like don't save it for the show.
What is the point of the live show? Talk about the Aaron Hernandez thing. That's fine. But it's like, talk about what the show would have talked about. Then it feels like that hole is being filled like sex stuff. But no, that's what I didn't like about it. Justin did good on the show with you though, Menners, other than that answer.
Yeah, I had a great time with Justin. And I do want to thank everybody that jumped on Minifan and Menners Live and the Aussie Minifan show for the last couple of weeks. Great to see some people. Tom, Montante, Paula, the Aussies. So what about concerning news about his health or what he alluded to? He said he wouldn't say anything about it. Are you worried?
Did you catch what he said? Did you catch what he said when he was scrolling through Tommy's texts and he was just saying these fake little lines and he had mentioned, oh, congrats on the $250,000 for winning Surviving Barstool, but then he said, sorry about the pancreatic cancer. Hope that I know he was making a slight because, his like family and everything, but also at the same time, I was like, oh, could it be something that he's actually trying to keep that personal because it is that deep? I don't know if it was something crazy like that, but for me, I was like looking at the producers and looking at Mike's reaction when he said that, and Mike just kind of like sank back a little bit and like eyes got a little wide. So I don't know. I don't know if it was something as serious as that, but he said he doesn't want to talk about it. So I think it could be.
Pancreatic cancer. You think it could be pancreatic cancer?
No, I think it could be just something that like that's a little more serious. I said he made a joke about pancreatic cancer, so I was thinking, oh, it could be something a little more serious. If he's
Imagine Don the jeweler running to his phone so we can make this clip of facts saying Kirk has pancreatic cancer.
I mean, I feel
well,
bad
I hope
now.
you don't, Kirk. All right, I hope you're all right, man.
We all hope you don't. We really hope you don't.
Facts. That's not going to be in the clip.
So I feel bad now because I used to joke for ages that if I got the producer job, I wanted a cancer clause. You know, if he got sick.
Oh man, that's fucked up. I hate this topic. I think he uses the fact that like he always says he doesn't want to talk about it. But it's like there's nothing to fucking fantasize over because we're never gonna fucking figure it out unless he does little jokes like that, which means he's actually handling it better than I would expect. But I don't know. That's the only thing he's like, let's not talk about it about.
And it could be something, as I said, it could be something to do with a family member or something. So
yeah,
I don't want to speculate too much, but I guess, you know, just for the viewers out there, I'm ready to step in if he takes some time off for chemo or whatever. I'm ready to step in. Absolutely.
So you would move over there, not if you would need a 2-year deal if the producer job was around, but say Kirk goes out, you're ready at the drop of a hat.
Yes. So absolutely. So I wouldn't actually like if he just needs someone to fill in for a while he's undergoing treatment.
Yeah.
I could.
You don't need a contract.
No. Just like a 6-week deal. I guess
would you still activate Patreon though?
It's a good question. Well,
like, you know, secondary income type of deal too, because is Barstool going to honor that contract for you?
Well, if I'm going to actually fill it, if it's going to be the Kirk Minahan show hosted by Menners, then I think Barstool should pay me.
I'll tell you what, I love that branding. I love that branding, Menners. It sounds good.
I think it does.
It does. It sounds really good. It sounds really good. It sounds natural and it flows.
Yep. Yeah,
it would definitely get random people to go there too, because it'd just be like, "This is called the Kirk Minahan Show, hosted by Menners." So maybe we could get more eyes, new viewers.
God, I'd hope if that went viral. Green carpet.
I kind of feel bad though as well about my Patreon idea because like Kirk may be fighting for his life, and I'm, talking about starting a Patreon and leeching off him. So might just put
that's
that
our
to
job
bed for a little while.
It's our job.
Yeah. Jeff in Georgetown, Menners needs a dose of reality. Jeff, absolutely, and Jeff. So I said today's show was mid. Jeff. I could own if that would be my ceiling. Like a show like today would be the best it got. So I'm not in some fantasy land that I could come over and all of a sudden the show's back and it's the best show ever. It would just be what it is now. Just average.
Someone tweet that out. Menners saying, "I don't have that X factor that before." Someone please.
No, I have the X factor, but I'm not as entertaining or smart as Kirk, so
no, that's a fact. That's a pure fact.
Absolutely, Jeff Menners, you'll never see a penny from Barstool. All right, let's take some calls.
619.
Fuck off, Jeff. Jump off a bridge.
Go ahead, caller.
Wow, what a turn!
All right, that 619 dropped. We still got this 619. Go ahead, caller.
Hi, you're with Menners Live.
We hear you. It's not saying anything.
Yep. You got to turn it up. So you got to turn the phone call thing up.
Got to talk to the speaker.
I could hear him rustling around. Yeah.
I can't though. Can you, Fax? I can't hear anything.
Hello, caller. No, I can't hear anything. Hello, caller. Welcome to Mike and the Minute Fans with Menners, hosted by Fax. Go ahead. Damn, if he started talking right there, that was going to validate everything.
What's happening? He's calling in from multiple. 619. Let's try this one because this one's not working.
If this is Jake,
619. This is Mike and the Minute
Keep taking Jake's calls.
I'll have 570.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. John, we can't hear anything. Like you've got something's wrong. Okay, I can hear that. I can hear that.
Oh, fucker.
Wait, what was that? I couldn't hear that part.
Shut up, Fax.
All right.
Fuck you, 619. Whatever. Keep going. Calls stink today. Kirk's right. Fuck callers.
Mm.
Callers
He was
have
not in the mood
stunk.
for
We've
calls
tried to
today.
That
fight-
last
we've
one was
tried to
going somewhere. I don't know. I was interested.
You know what? Fucking be better. You know what? We're gonna sit here and fight for these fucking callers. Be better, because they've stunk.
No, but see, this is just a little war that's going on. As I said, you need to announce it. What makes the calls good is that you need to know they're happening
know.
ahead of time.
Well, that and they have to
Can't
have
keep running around. It's
you have to deal with bad callers because you have to deal with the 10 bad ones for maybe
there will be way less bad callers if they just made it a standard. Every final show of the week, we're going to take calls.
Yeah.
That's a Thursday or
How about
Friday.
this? Just calls, and then Kirk could go home or go golfing. We'll balance work-life balance. That's fair. Just calls
Just
on
calls.
Friday. Yeah, just calls, and then he could go
Well,
golf.
that would be good because it would save us from Cullinane's boring stories.
There you go. Look at that.
Yeah.
Great,
Mailing it in at the end of the week.
great
Yeah.
conciliator. We concede to that. Give us just calls on Fridays. You guys don't even have to come in for long.
Mm.
Wouldn't mind a call from King Charles.
Do you
Like,
guys
this
have
is-
any show takes?
John Amos was like 10.
I think Montante wants the link.
619 calling again. Probably not going to be able to talk. Go ahead.
619, hello. Welcome to Mike and the Minute Fans, hosted by Facts with Menners.
I'll send him the link. I'll send Montante the link.
619.
Calls have been great. Do you guys have any show takes? 'Cause I got all mine off.
No, other than I legit I didn't realize how much I missed the show until today's show, and I know I'll get a bunch of shit from the fucking haters about that. But like, I loved today's show. I don't know why. I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, I
Nice
didn't love it, but I thought it was good for sure. I'm more waiting for next week's kind of
Yeah.
like a full week slate because that's when really you see the momentum pick up throughout the week. I usually like that where we get our opening show at the beginning of the week and then we got really good stuff midweek and then ease out to the weekend. When it comes in on Friday, like today, it felt like they were making up for a lot of lost time and it felt really jumbled.
508.
508.
Yeah. These callers, come on, dude. Can we have someone that we like and might have an ounce of originality call in just so we know that the calls are working and Menners could shut up? Actually, that just definitely hurt our cause. What was I doing? What the fuck?
Horrible idea.
Oh, guys,
God
can you
damn it.
just help us out for a second? Yeah,
When you start begging, that's when it stops.
Yeah, dude, fuck off. Fucking John.
I could be playing PlayStation 5 right now.
That's
know,
true.
man.
Hey, Menners, I did want to talk about, though, the Aussie Minifan show is actually picking up legs. People seem to be liking it. I enjoyed it, actually. But the problem is for
on the
you,
network.
you have two guys on the show who are better than you. So now you're kind of like taking that third
Oh,
role.
Good
What's
point.
up with that?
Good point.
Good attempt, Facts.
No, because
I'm proud of you. No, I'm proud
it's
of you.
this
You tried.
hierarchy
tried.
thing,
Tried
you know.
to
You
insult
go
me.
in, you start your own show, and you mail it in immediately. So Jamie and Jackson carry the whole thing because they're entertaining, and you're just like, oh, I'm too good for this kind of attitude.
I don't know
What
you're
is that?
talking about.
Has your
I don't know
ego
what you're
gotten too
talking
big?
about.
You
I
just
know
dropped
what
the
you're talking
smoke
about.
bomb and Menners just headshot.
I was just like it was a great show. I'm a great host. And you know what's you're so fucking stupid. The Aussie Minifan show is literally, I think maybe the first show to hit any network back in late 2019. I think Jamie and I did an episode. So this is like long running. It's not new. Sure, we had a 3-year gap between releases, but
Buddy, if it had a year gap, I would have called it new. I completely I could have been listening since 2016. I would have forgot about that show. I was just trying to give you a compliment, but instead you decided to bitch about it. Good job on the show. I
Thank
like
you.
the show. There you go. Nothing else. There,
Oh,
are
that
you
was
happy
great.
now?
That was great.
Yeah.
Facts. That went so different for facts
Like,
beforehand.
just like trying to be conversational, and he's like,
You
"Fuck
can't.
you,
You can't.
facts."
I mean, you're like, oh, how does it feel to be like the least talented person on that
Yeah,
show?
just
I
trying to
mean,
rib you a little bit, you know.
yeah,
and you
but
get
it
all
doesn't
fucking
work when you do
butthurt
it. It doesn't
about
work when you do it. It doesn't work when you do it. It doesn't work when you do it.
I don't know.
That's
I
the
feel
problem.
like there you go. Don the Jeweler kind of agrees with me though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I agree. They're great. I'm not arguing with you about how good they are, but you haven't exactly buried me by saying, all right, I've got some audio.
I said
to
nothing
play.
about burying you.
You did. Got some audio from Montante he wants me to play. Let me
Can
bring it
I?
up.
Can you hear me right now? Okay.
Yes.
No, I'm really enjoying hanging out with Jamie and Jackson, and they're great, absolutely, and they
Best.
should be
Name
better
it,
than me
Tony.
because you don't hear them as much as me, which is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean that's probably what it is. It's just refreshing to have like
Jamie back into the world. Has he been here the whole time and he just recently is looking for the cloud or what?
that's what they were talking about on the Aussie Minifan show. They were saying, hey, he just kind of been on the sidelines, still been a fan of like things like Meeting of the Minds and the show for a long time.
Shout out
But-
Meeting the Minds really keeps this world in line.
In line? That's like the last word I would use to describe.
In
It's just in
line?
line. Meeting of the Minds.
You're literally offended. I have a new strategy that I went with here that I think is working pretty good. Let's talk to Anonymous. Go ahead, Anonymous.
Go ahead.
It's Jay.
Hey.
Theme here. And where are you
I'm
on?
trying to find this audio that Montante wants me to play. Anyway,
Yeah, this is Menners Live.
hello.
This is Mike and the Minifans.
It's Jay.
Most of the facts with Menners.
No, it isn't.
I like muffins.
I think he said he farted, but I hung up on him because he scared me.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
was just like not interested. I was like, all right, like I can't do the whispering shit.
People have to realize you are calling into a show. So, like, if you're trying to disguise your voice, it's really hard for the people listening to know what you're saying because you're bad at disguising your voice. So don't do like something really high pitched or something whispery because guess what? You're whispering to people who are trying to hear you.
Yeah, so that just your breath just pushing into the microphone over and over. I can't hear a fucking word you're saying.
Like,
Like,
what
hang on.
clip do you have here, Menners?
I don't know. Montante sent me something. I've got to listen to it first.
This is funny. This isn't working. Fake Jay.
Oh
Right,
yeah. Okay, yeah. Someone calls in and makes fun of Steve from Gloucester on the Burn Barrel podcast.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Let's hear it.
Do you want me to send you the? I'll send you the screenshot. And you can read it out.
It's probably true. Who the fuck am I to say what are good calls?
That is actually a pretty
I am-
solid point.
I'm terrified to call into the show. It would stink. It
I would call in. I always miss it when they're doing it live.
Me a caller. Shut up. Don't
That's what I'm
ruin,
saying. Yeah.
don't ruin that fucking character. People don't think that's you.
Now,
I
do we have
think
any more
everybody does
callers?
it to me.
Any
No,
more callers?
nothing.
All right.
Excellent.
Oh wait, now we do. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Wow, Melbourne, Florida.
Melbourne.
Go ahead,
Florida.
Melbourne.
Jackson is from Melbourne, Australia.
Go ahead, Melbourne.
No, it's
Wait,
Jake.
listen.
Isn't it? Hello. You're with Manners Live. I mean, the
Hold
calls
on.
are just derailed.
Hold
the
on,
show.
hold on,
Just-
hold
let's
on,
just
hold on.
shit
Hold on.
can them.
Hold on. 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
Can we just
wait,
shit
one
can
more.
the calls now?
Wait. This is Morse code. One more.
Can we just shit can the calls, please, John?
He
John,
said you're a
let's
pussy, Manners. He said you're a pussy. Gotcha, bitch.
Can you please end this, John?
He's laughing with
John.
me.
John. I think no more calls. No more calls. Anyone got any hot takes about the show they want to get off their chest before we call it a night?
Oh yeah, Justin Bear. That sucks. I'm over that. He brings them
What?
everywhere, and he was joking about how he looked like a retarded kid when he goes into places. But now I like seriously think, like, yeah, he's looking like a retarded kid going into
Okay.
places when he brings the big stuffed
Mm.
animal everywhere. Like it was funny
Yeah,
at
yeah.
first for like the first 2 things, but yeah, we're good.
Tell me walking into a place and acting like that doesn't benefit you and I'll like come on.
I mean, yeah, like he's definitely like getting whatever he wants, and
That's
he
what
could
I mean.
basically do whatever
yeah.
and have an
We
excuse.
have a lot of calls on the line. You sure you don't want to take any?
All right, let's take some calls. But
All right. 860 we'll
if
go.
they're
with
bad,
Mark.
we're ending the show. You have a great weekend, fans. There's a lot of great
508.
content on the Manners Minifan Network to catch up on.
Go ahead, 508.
Even John should fucking go and
All right.
catch
Wait for
up
the
on some
call.
shit.
484. We just went through 2 of them. 484. There's another one where you cannot have the high pitched voice because we can't hear it. We can't hear it. 612.
Yeah, Menners, I want to give you some props for that interview with Polar
Now he's
last
fucking
night.
paying attention.
Thank you.
It's the first time I've ever heard any kind of feedback from
What a
the
cliffhanger.
scene, and him walking through that was fascinating.
Oh,
What did you say? Because Fax spoke over you because he's an
Learned a
idiot.
lot.
he said that the sex scene that you talked to
Appreciate
Greg
it.
Polar
Oh, yeah.
about was it was very good. He liked that part.
Great. That's a good question from the viewers.
Anything else? 612.
Yeah, no, I had a great time with Greg. Terrific guy. Wonderful
Great
Mena
guy.
fan.
Good call. 484. Last on air today.
Why the hell are you hanging up on me?
Because your
Why are you
calls
hanging
stink.
up on me?
Your calls stink. Figure it out, Jay.
Jay doesn't
And why is
stink.
there an echo? Why is there an echo?
Oh, see,
Hey,
this
so
is the kind of
Jay,
stuff
so-
I need to know.
This is
Moment.
why all the calls suck, because there's a monstrous echo.
Hey Jay, welcome to Mike and the Minifans,
Uh,
hosted by Fax with Menners. Have any questions for the
I don't
group?
know who you are. I don't know who you are, sir. Please state my name before you speak.
I did. That's how I started the whole
Is
thing.
there an echo still? Is there still an echo right now? Right now, shut up. Is there an echo?
Okay. I think, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of on Menner's side now.
I've got this call from. I'm gonna just play it through the mic.
Do we have the, okay, yeah.
All right, you
I
did
didn't
enough.
share
You
this
did enough.
story
Shut
with
up.
you before
Shut up.
I walk away for good. But the other,
I'm going to stop that short.
hey Tom, how you doing?
Vicious. Fuck, this is, I don't think.
Hi, Steve from Gloucester.
What?
As many of you know, I used to run an ice cream stand that went belly up.
What?
So in addition to having the most disgusting voice on the chat,
Oh,
while I'm speaking to you, sir, I'm also drooling in the leftover vanilla.
this is vicious. Fuck, this is, I don't think that's really Steve from Gloucester. I think that's Steve from Merrimack, by the way.
Many of you know I have a child. It's a mystery to me how it happens since I've never actually had sex with a woman. If it gives
So
you
wait a second. Now, hold on. Now, I'm going to stop that short.
This is all true so far.
Hey Tom, how you doing? I'd be remiss if I didn't share
Loser.
this story with you before I walk away for good. But the other day, I saw that arrogant nitwit, Steve from Merrimack,
Okay.
walking down the street with that Kerry from Waltham or
Winchester. Come
Woburn
on.
or
Come on.
It's Carrie from Winchester's
Winthrop.
husband.
I don't know, whatever. The guy's useless.
Yeah, enough Steve from Gloucester. Anyway, that's Bone Barrel Podcast. That was the audio Montante sent to me that he was.
So it was someone calling in faking to be Steve and then Steve addressing it. So Steve
Yep.
is okay.
Yep.
That makes sense. He sent it to you. Doing due diligence.
Oh, we got a question from the crowd.
Forget it. I'm ignoring this Twitter account because it's
Why?
bullshit.
Okay, well, I mean, I'll read it
because
for you
it's-
then. No worries.
Okay, Fax, who hosts
Menners?
Manners Live. Okay, Fax, shut up, you moron.
Menners, have you given? You're just feeding
Fax,
right into
shut
the
up.
comment right now. You're
Fax,
feeding right into
Fax,
the comment right now.
Fax,
You are
fuck
feeding into the
off.
comment. You are doing
Fax,
exactly
Fax.
what they said.
Fax, who hosts Manners Live? Who hosts Minna Fandom? Who hosts the Aussie Minna Fan
Who hosts
show?
Mike and the Minifan?
The gall of that piece of shit Beanbag Ron network to say that I don't do anything original. He should go up a tree and stay there. That's what he should do.
Whoa. All Beanbag
Wow.
Rod would try to do is help. The
Yeah,
fuck?
he was just trying to
I'm not
say,
about
hey,
to-
you come up with something original.
Shout out,
Oh,
Ron.
yeah, I just named 3 original shows that I host. Oh, why don't you give us something original with your
Anyway.
unfiltered sports takes?
Damn, there you go. Manners has thick skin until it comes to his creativity and it's put
Yeah.
into question. Then he becomes
Well,
a
I
little
just
bit.
that account.
You just-
that
you
being
just get
the
so
whole thing-
whiny
Wait, hold on, guys.
sometimes.
Change the subject. Jay's
I'm not
Jay's
whiny. I'm
Jay's
not fucking whiny.
why am I feeding it to Jay?
Angry
I don't
at
know.
that comment because it's so full of shit and you gave it oxygen. Anyway, whatever.
Whatever.
I'm over it now.
Whatever. Yeah. I'm glad you got it out.
And then he says I go on every stream. So this is what annoys me. If you don't, if you don't go on Meeting of the Minds or Congregation of the Cranians, everyone says, "Oh, you're too good for that." Oh, you think you're above us. I don't think I'm above anybody. As I think the
I can
comments will
literally,
agree.
and you could physically see that you are not above anybody. We know that.
Exactly. And I just go to hang out with my friends. That's all.
Yeah.
So to
Wow.
say don't do anything original when I host 3 original shows is ludicrous. And I don't like you, Fax, trying to
Yes,
get
you
on
do.
that guy's side.
Montante brings up a good point here. You are too good for Meeting of the Minds, and I agree.
Yes,
with
I
you.
am. I am actually
You
I
are.
am. Yeah. Jeff in Georgetown, go play MLB The Show. Honestly, Jeff, I wish I was right now.
Ooh, MLB Power Pros. That's much better than MLB The Show. I'm just
Shout
gonna say
out
that
to Fonz again. Menners, are you going to join us in war, hockey, anything? Not me in hockey. I'm not allowed to play.
So, Hell, what's
I'll
the
let loose.
limit?
I'll let loose.
Yeah, I think that's going to be available today.
Oh, best. We got to play the second. We got to
Oh,
go.
Beanbag Ron, you're very sensitive. Go fuck yourself.
Have you been playing with your Australian friends?
No, I've just been playing by myself.
Yeah, you got to dive in. That's what. Sometimes I just want to come home and play Minecraft by myself, and people just don't realize that. That's just a
Well,
me
I'm
thing.
also not very good. Like I'm getting better. Like
You want
my
to start
hitting,
a world together?
like my hitting, my baseball hitting's coming back. Like I've got my eye
Right.
locked in on the zone. Like I'm now watching the pitch out of the pitcher's hand like a real
I got a
batter.
caller. Anonymous.
No, I think people want to hear me talk about PS5s. So
I
you know,
disagree.
with the FC 25 getting better.
All right, go ahead, caller.
Oh, Hi there.
Welcome to Mike and the Minute Fans,
sneakers?
hosted by Fax with Menners.
Okay.
Cool.
Good stuff,
Anyway,
caller.
very good. It's
I
called
wanted
tonight.
to ask him if there was an echo though, but that's okay.
Probably is. Like, you probably got the settings wrong again. Like I
I
don't think
I
I
did.
don't think you've ever started a Manners Live or a
No,
Mike and the
no,
Minute
it-
Fans with the calls working properly. to
No, the
begin
last calls worked. The calls worked last show, so it's dumb. But I did have to reset this thing because I tried to give Jackson a song, intro song, and it literally broke my board. So
Mm.
it like destroyed it. So yes, I had to reset. I'm sorry if it's fucked up. I fixed it. I think all feedback will help. Menners
You
on
fixed it, you think? I mean, you could have like.
Change your view to
I can't know
strike
until
zone.
tests. You can't
I
know
think that's
things
it.
unless you test them. That's the scientific theory.
Yeah, my hitting is
Don't
set
use
to strike
science
zone.
with me and logic. Fuck that.
These fucking facts with facts.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Fucking asshole. Manners, do you play Road to the Show?
No, I'm playing March to October at the moment as the Dodgers.
Hey guys, I'm gonna hop
Yeah,
in
of course.
here. If you're not gonna talk about KMS, let's just end this thing.
No. Let's I do have a couple of things then. So Kane had Mama K on this week. Terrific performance. Go back and watch it.
Jeez, you're really going back to the Mama K well again.
No. So I had some feedback for Kane
Just
in the
grasping
wake
at
of that
straws.
show. No.
Hey, their network.
Okay,
did more than our
Tim.
network this
What
week.
have you got interesting to say, Tim? If
No, you
come
go.
on.
You go.
No, go ahead.
on.
Yeah, I'm very interested to
I'm
hear
so-
what Kane did with somebody today.
I'm so rooting
I
for
really want to
Hurricane.
hear it. I'm sorry,
really-
Menners.
I really
Please
hope
tell me all
Hurricane-
about Kane
I really
and his
hope
immense
Hurricane
talent.
Lane comes back with a
For
vengeance.
every promotion he does of his terrible garbage network on this network, the better it makes me feel about myself when I put my head in my pillow
Okay.
and stuff.
Can I just finish my story? It's a
Please.
riveting story.
Go.
So I gave some feedback to Kane about his performance that night. And you all know I'm on the Kane train. I'm the captain of the Kane train. Toot, toot, Kane all the way.
I'd say you
But-
built the boat.
Exactly. But, I felt his performance with Mama Kay could have been better. Kane tries to have this sort of bad boy attitude when he's a sweet, lovely guy. He should just talk KMS with people. But I gave some feedback to him and he got very sensitive about it. He got very defensive, said I was wrong with my
No
criticisms.
fucking way. You serious?
Yep.
Kane got
yep.
sensitive and defensive over something?
Absolutely.
And he said you were wrong.
Yeah, but I think I've been booked on Kane's corner. So
I
I got my way. I got my way.
To the
Oh, look.
CEO of his own network
That's just
got booked on
someone-
his own network?
Someone changed their profile pic to this one. I love this photo.
Oh, that's a beautiful picture.
Patrick and me outside the Wilbur with Justin.
That's
Patrick's
very
a
nice.
great minute fan.
Oh, shout out Patrick. Fuck off, Manners. 3, 2, 1.
I've lost weight since then, actually. Look,
Yeah, you have. You look the exact
cancer.
That'll do it.
I told you I was bleeding out of my ass, but it was just the toilet paper. I think.
3, 2, 1?
anyway.
Shout out to Jay for calling in so many times. It's good to see him in the calls, but To go back to the whisper voice is crazy.
All right, this is a shit show. Let's just end this now. Well, you're going back to the well with these calls. Terrible producing, as always.
How
You
is
just
that
want-
terrible producing?
We just start to get some momentum. Me and Fax are fighting, and you're just
Well,
like,
go ahead, continue.
zero. No. You've killed the momentum.
Shut up.
Play the music.
You
Play
just
the
wanna
music.
you just want to
Minute
go.
fans, you have a great weekend. Roscoe, thanks for watching. Jeff in Georgetown, thank you. I apologize for being mean. Monkey Grab Bags, you're the best.
Guys, stick
Bulla,
around for Mike
keep
and the
thriving.
Minute. That'll be
all
right
in the
after
Minute fans. Don the Jeweler. It's great that we're friends again. Freddie Lynn, you really don't have a personality. Patriot Stinky and no better Minute fan than you. John Boy, great stuff. Hostage Take Curtis, thank you for watching. Gabe, thank you for watching. GTTV, thank you.
GTT.
Ricardo, thank you for the support. You're right. The show didn't happen. Montante, thank you for sending that audio. I don't know if it quite lived up to the hype, but we'll get
did.
there.
Sounds
was
Andy
pretty good.
Mayo, thanks for watching. Kirkster, thank you. Let me just okay. I think that's it. You can end the stream. Thanks everybody. Mike and the Minute fans, Manners Live.
Oh,
thank
that's
you,
it. Did you guys
Fax.
talk about Minute Fan of the year? Because
I
him
just
saying
wrapped it up.
Yeah, I know, but I like to step
Yeah,
in.
but hold on. Yeah, we got
Talk
something
about
about this.
the
Minute fan of the year. Yeah.
Thank you to everybody.
That is just the terrible call. If Jeff is nowhere near.
That's crazy if they give it to him this year.
Like,
That's
you know, he shouldn't. Like, I won last year. Like,
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
true. I won last year. I won last year, but we gave it to Jeff.
Oh,
Make him feel
damn
better.
it.
I am thinking, honestly, and Mayo, you will not have anything to do with this. I am thinking about a Minifan top 50 list. It's coming to the end of the year again. Needs to be revised.
Oh, it would
So-
take two on the myth top 50?
Yep.
Who's your
So,
early contention? Like, who are you thinking for the selection committee?
well, Tim and Canton, anybody that took part in the committee last time
I
is
mean-
banned. So that's Mayo, Tim and
Okay.
Canton, and Gus.
I was
I'm
just going
looking
to
for a
say.
whole new panel.
Okay. I was going to say, if you invite anyone that was on the panel last year, it's a fucking, it's a farce.
So I'd like people that are interested to get in touch. If you want to be part of the Minifan top 50, send me a DM and we'll work it out.
I mean, the people won't agree with me here, but if you think about it, the last year's top 50 was so successful, it got its own t-shirt. So you can call it a failure. I don't. I think you guys did great. You know?
It's annoying when they do a whole thing just to troll one person. I mean,
Okay. Kidding me? I did the whole Morse code thing. That joke was
True, just to call you a pussy. Yeah, that was
so
like
I just
dedicated.
okay. So Minifan of the year. Let's just going off shark odds, and I've done this before. Cinema Lords is not favorite. I've got Bear Man Guy as slight favorite at the moment.
He went out of his way to work behind the scenes this year to prove he's a hardcore Minifan too. Like, you know, showing up to the fucking basketball games and just like writing stats on a paper and being useful. That's worth it. That's great.
But if I'm giving the award out tonight, if someone says, and I think someone should say this, man, as you can decide who gets this award, I think I'd be appropriate person to
I think
decide.
so
Even though I'm a contender, I wouldn't give it to myself. I would give it to Ted. 100% give it to Ted. I think
Ted's my favorite as well.
you know, he's been around for a long time. He actually, so I guess why? So when I put Be a Man Guy and Ted together, and I think about, okay, well, Ted, you know, can't
We'll
Ted can't do what Be a Man Guy does and just turn up to everything because he has to need someone to get him there. You know, he just can't wheel all around the northeast of the states by himself. So, but then you put them together. Ted's actually made a contribution to content in a number of times on air, live shows. So that's the tiebreaker. I think you could give it to Be a Man Guy and Ted. And actually, it'll be funny to give them a joint award. Can you imagine the photo of Harmon, tall, strapping man, next to little old Ted in his wheelchair?
strapped to his back with a rope.
Yes, yes.
With
Yes.
very rough grain.
Just like him holding up Ted, like Harmon just holding up
Great.
Ted.
Or Ted
Yeah.
doing, he's got those big strong arms. Ted doing a handstand on. Oh God, you could do some crazy.
Oh,
Maybe
man, like
actually-
a cheerleader pyramid. Almost.
Maybe actually Ted should be the prize. Like if you win Minifan of the year, you get to keep Ted for a year
Yeah, it's
and wheel him
whole
around
year.
and stuff. Yeah, you get
Yeah,
to keep. You get to
Like a
keep it.
family cup, basically. Everybody gets
Yeah.
them for a day.
Oh fuck,
Yeah, yeah.
that's the case. I'm about to turn it up.
Shit, that's actually a good idea.
Yeah, it's good incentive.
Absolutely.
Their documentary just wants a Ted.
I
Ted in
When I-
Australia, that would be
I have-
fucking awesome.
I have met Ted at the pre-Wilbur show, and he is terrific. He is tiny, and I was just like, I've never felt so big. Like I've gone out for dinner with some little people once, and I felt huge. Like now I know. So this is how I know you all feel when you're around me. That like it's a real out of body experience because I'm like, I don't get why people think I'm short, and then I'm like, oh, now I get it. Like, you know, you're all towering over me all the time. This is how I hadn't had that feeling before.
Oh, you never
I
been
feel
around
like you'd feel pretty even around me. You're like, well, actually, no, you're like 5'2", aren't you?
No, but it's that tall 5'3.5". It's that tall
That's
thing.
still short. I mean, I'm short and that's short.
That's crazy.
like
you're
that-
short, Max.
Yeah, I know.
I don't look at you as a short guy. I look shorter than you, and I'm like 4 inches taller than you.
Anyway, play the
It's the
music.
jawline,
Thanks,
man.
everybody. You're the best. Minifan of the year. Favorite Ted Sellers.
Hey,
Who would you
everybody,
give-
thanks for
who would you
tuning
give
in
it
to
to,
Mike
Fax?
and the
Who would you give it-
Minifans,
who would
hosted
you
by
give it-
Fact. I
who would
already
you give
said
it
I
to?
give Ted.
Okay. And
Ted
you,
is Ted
John Boy?
is far and away.
This guy right here.
Yeah.
This guy's been
Coleman.
thrown up against the wall. Not Coleman, you dumb shit. Mutt. The guy's been thrown up against the wall, and all of us have put our things in his butt this year, and he's dealt with it, and he's still dealing with it. Granted, he's losing his job at Barstool. I think he deserves the award. Great Minifan. Hates Kirk.
Who does?
I think Mutt. I think deep down he hates him. There's something I respect about that because
Well, he's just waiting for his opportunity to get the upper hand, but it's literally
like
never
the
going to
upper
happen.
thing. I respect that about him. It's
Yeah,
like,
so he just has to sit there.
Remember, I've got some homework for the Minifans. Please tweet out the clips of surviving Barstool spoilers. Let's get this going. Let's do what the Minifans do best and cause some trouble. If you don't want to tweet out the clips, send them to me and I'll tweet them out.
Wow, that's brave. That's brave.
I'm
That
The Kirkman Network will
that's
not
I'm in the
be
embodiment of brave.
doing- so you
we are
can
going to
keep
sit
doing
that
it.
one out, but
Yeah, that's gonna hit the filter. That's not going through.
We
at all.
realize like KMS is live on YouTube. So when I'm saying like tweet out these clips, 10,000 plus people have already seen the show I'm talking
Mhm.
about. So I'm not exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, play the music. Thanks, everybody. You're the best. Facts.
thank you for co-hosting with me,
John.
Menners. You were a great guest. John,
You
good
were
to
a
see you
great
as
host.
always.
You're a great
Thank you.
host.
Great guys,
You're
for real.
kind.
Fuck Elaine. Fuck Elaine. Next time, below this guy. It's Late Night with Mad Manners. I'm your host. Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Manners till mid.
On the transition.
Spark
turnover.
Club right now. Nice
Beautiful
to
pass.
Mutt.
Oh, what a pass from Mutt. Oh, swatted out by Yeary.
Leave it to
Welcome to
Cole.
my club.
Leave it to Cole.